Find the area of the parallelogram. If I look on my formula chart, here is area of a parallelogram. Area equals base times height. So you need to write area equals base times height. Area equals, and you plug in the numbers, 7 5/10 times my height, 2 8/10. I know this is my height because it makes a perpendicular line. So 7 5/10 times 2 8/10. Everybody needs to solve this. Eight times 5 is 40. 0, carry my 4. 8 times 7 is 56 plus 4, 60. 0. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry my 1. 2 times 7 is 14 plus 1 is 15. 6 plus 5 is 11. So, I have 2 numbers after my decimal here. So I'm going to have 2 numbers after my decimal here. That leaves me with 21 inches squared. A piece of notebook paper has an irregular size to it. What is the area of the notebook paper? It is a rectangle. So, rectangle is base times height. Area equals base times height. 6 4/10 times 9. 6 4/10 times 9. 9 times 4 is 36. Carry my 3. 9 times 6 is plus 3. So I have 57 6/10 inches squared. We always use inches squared when we're talking about area. A magazine picture has a purse is shown below. How much area does the purse, not including the handle, so taking this off, take up in the magazine layout? So we are doing area. This is what shape? Trapezoid. So I'm going to look up a trapezoid. Since this is a trapezoid, I am going to use this formula. Half base 1 plus base 2 times the height. And I'm going to plug in my information. Half base 1 is 6 plus base 2, 11 times my height, 4. And you can interchange base 1 and base 2. It does not matter which order. 6 plus 11 is 17 times 4, half. Half is also dividing by 2. 7 times 4 divided by 2. I can take and divide 4 by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So now I have 17 times 2, which is 17 times 2. 2 times 7 is 14. Carry my 1. 2 times 1 is 34 centimeters. Centimeters what?
Square.
Squared. A triangular flag has a height of 18 inches and a base of 12 inches. How many square feet of material is in the flag? So I am going to draw the triangle. It tells me I have 12 inches for the base and 18 inches for the height. If I look at my formula chart, triangle is half the base times the height. So my formula is half base times height. I'm going to plug in my numbers. Half 12 times 18. I'm going to make it simple. Half of 12 is 6. 6 times 18. Times 6. 8 times 6 is 48. Carry my 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. So I have 108 inches squared. Number 5, determine the area of each figure. Which of the following figures have an area greater than 60 centimeters squared? So this is a rectangle, and I know area equals base times height. And I am just going to plug in my numbers. 11 times 8, 88. So my area is 88 centimeters squared. What is my next shape? Trapezoid. And looking at our formula chart, I have half base 1 plus base 2 times the height. So I'm going to write that formula down. Half base 1 plus base 2 times the height. Half 13 plus 6 times 5. This makes a perpendicular line, so I know this is my height. 13 plus 6 is 19. 19 times 5. What's 19 times 5? 95? 95, but I need half of 95. 95 divided by 2. So I get 47 and 5/10 centimeters squared. What is my next shape? Triangle. Area equals, looking at my formula chart, half the base times the height. Half the base times the height. Half base times height. I'm going to plug in my information. My height is 4 because it makes a perpendicular line. This is extra information. We do not need it. You can kind of make it simple. What's half of 12? 6 times 4. 24 centimeters squared. And this was 47 and 5/10. My next shape. It's still a triangle. Eight times, what is my height? 9. Half of 8 is 4 times 9. 36 centimeters squared. Madison is building a toy box that measures 2 feet by 5 feet by 3 5/10 feet. What is the volume of the toy box? Well, it is a box, so I know it is a rectangular box. The volume equals big B times H. And remember, big B stands for area of base. This is something that you're going to have to know. The big B stands for area of base. So big B times H. 5 times 2 times 3.5. 5 times 2 is 10 times 3 5/10 is 35 feet. And since we are finding volume, volume is cubed. So it's 35 feet cubed. A school supply company packages the erasers shown below in boxes of 12. How many cubic inches does the package contain? You have to find the volume of this, and then there's going to be 12 of them in each box. So you'll have to multiply by 12. The volume of this is big B times H. Volume equals 1 times 1.5 times 2. 1.5, 1 5/10 times 2 equals 3. So this is 3 inches cubed. I have 12 of these in a box. So 12 times 3 is 36 inches cubed. What is the missing width of the object below if the volume is 352 meters? So this is a cube, a rectangular prism. The volume equals big B times H. I know my volume is 352 because that's what it tells me. I do not know the width of this, so I'm going to fill in what I know. I know 11. I don't know this one, my width, but I know my height. And my height is 8. 11 times 8 is 88W equals 352. So to find out what W is, I have to divide by 88. 352 divided by 88. 8 times 4 will give me 32, so that's kind of close. So I'm going to try 32. 88 times 4. 2, carrier 3. 32 plus 3 is 35. So I get 352. So it goes in 4 times. So my width is 4. Number 9. A rectangular prism has a base with an area of 200 centimeters squared. The volume of the prism is 3,000. What is the height? I get big B times H. They give us some information, so I am going to plug it in. 3,000 equals 200 times H. I am trying to solve for my height. So I am going to divide. To get H, I am going to divide by 200. $3,000 divided by 200. Goes in 15 times. So my answer is 15 centimeters. Use the figure below and write an equation and plug in the given values in order to determine the area. Volume equals B times H. Not volume, area. Area equals B times H. So I'm going to plug in my values. B times 9. So to solve this, I will get area equals 9B. I will divide by 9 on both sides. So to solve for B, you will get B equals area divided by 9. We are going to skip this one and go to number 12. Use the figure below to write an equation and plug in the given values in order to determine the volume. Volume equals big B times H. Volume equals 15 times 3 times H. 15 times 3 is 45 times H. So to solve for H, I will have to divide by 45. So here, volume equals, H equals volume divided by 45. Number 13. Use the triangle at the right to answer the questions. Angle X, Y, Z. X, Y, Z. This angle corresponds with a line directly across from it. What is this line? What is the line directly across from this angle? XZ. Z XY. What is directly across from this angle? This line, which is YZ. Sides have two letters. So now, YZX. Directly across from this is XY. Find the missing angle measure in each triangle below. Triangles equal 180 degrees. So I'm going to add 88 plus 33. 8, 9, 10, I get 11. 8 plus 3 is 11. 8 plus 3 is 11, plus 1 is 121. But that's not my answer because I still have to subtract it from 180. 180 minus 121. 10 minus 1 is 9. 7 minus 2 is 5. So this angle is 59 degrees. Here, I have a decimal number and a whole number. I need to add my decimal numbers. Line my decimals up. Bring my decimal straight down. 4. 9 plus 9 is 18. Carry my 1. 7 plus 3 is 10. 108 and 4/10. That's still not my answer. I have another step to solve this problem. 180 minus 108 and 4/10. So this is where you have to add a 0. 0 minus 4 is not 4. You have to borrow. 10 minus 4 is 6. 9 minus 8 is 1. 7. And I brought my decimal straight down. So my angle measure is 71 and 6/10 degrees. No, it's 71 and 6/10 because you have to bring your decimal straight down. 40 plus 40 is 80. 180 minus 80 is 100 degrees. So this is 100 degrees. Number 4. Remember, largest angle is opposite longest side. So we are looking for the angle. So I'm going to highlight my longest side. And directly across from it, or you can cover it, I have angle P. So the biggest angle is angle P. My smallest side is 5. Directly across from it is angle Q. My longest side here is 10. Directly across from it is angle J. Side 6, 6 is the smallest. Directly across from it is angle L. Eight is my longest side. Diagonal from 8 is angle U. Four is my smallest side. Directly across from it is angle S. That is the sign for angle. That means angle. It's not an L, it means angle. This means 90 degrees. So remember, directly across from my biggest angle is my longest side. Here is my biggest angle. Directly across from it is my longest side. We're looking for a side. A side. MO is my side. MO is my side. The line above it means a line. So line MO.
Can it be OM?
Yes, it can. Yes, it can be OM. Here's my smallest angle. Directly across from that. Or think about covering it up. What two letters do you have left? O-N. Or it can be N-O. Now, my biggest angle is D. Directly across from that, or you cover D, what side do you have? B, C. There is my smallest angle. Directly across from it is BD. My biggest angle directly across from it is FG. My shortest side directly across from it is EF. Okay, on the very back, on a blank sheet, write, is it a triangle? So you're going to tell me if the side lengths form a triangle. 4, 10, 6. So A plus B has to be greater than C. Two sides you add together has to be greater than the third side. So let's look at it. 4 plus 10, is it greater than 6? Yes. 6 plus 10, is it greater than 4? Yes. 6 plus 4, is it greater than 10? No, because this is equal to, correct?
So it's wrong.
So it's not a triangle. Number 2. 7, 5, 12. Seven plus 5, is it greater than 12?
No, it's not a triangle.
12 is equal to 12, so this is a no. Looking at this, 7 plus 5 is 12. For this to be true, what does this number have to be? No, it cannot be higher than 12.
Lower than 12.
Lower than 12. So 7, 5, 11. 7 plus 5, is it greater than 11?
12. 7 plus 5 is 12, and 12 is not greater than 11.
So is 12 greater than 11? 11 plus 5, is it greater than 7? Yes. 7 plus 11, is it greater than 5? Yes. So this does form a triangle.